it's Carlyn. I'm so glad y'all are here with me today. Let's get into today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, but if you watched my last video, you know I let ChatGPT pick my silk press routine or regimen, whatever you want to call it, and this is kind of what I came up with. Not really. So the first thing I have to do is fix my hair, you know, put some curls in it, try to straighten it again a little bit. I will say though, my hair does feel really good moisturized. It doesn't feel dry at all, which is weird to why it's looking a little frizzy and big. But anyway, we're gonna fix that. But that isn't the topic of today's video. I do want to do a get ready with me, but I want to talk with y'all too, because I want to know if some of y'all feel the same way I do, like when it comes to making friends as an adult. I know some of us have friends that, you know, we've had for years and years, and then some of them, you know, they just kind of fizzle out and we don't have those friends anymore. So now as an adult, you know, we're trying to form new connections, and even though we might still have some of those friends, we still do want to have, you know, make new connections and meet some new people. You know, sometimes with those old friends, their lives get in the way. They might have a job or some kids, and your schedules just might not match up with that anymore. So it's just like, yeah, you want to meet new people and stuff like that, but it's just so hard as an adult. If I had $1 of how many times I've heard somebody say or seen somebody write, it's hard making friends as an adult. Like, they didn't lie, they were telling the truth. It really is hard. And some of that is because the reasons I just said before, because, you know, friends at this age that we're at now have kids, or they might be married or whatever. So, you know, sometimes schedules just don't match up. And then another reason too, when you think about it, when you had some of the best relationships in your life, it was when we were in school, if you remember, because you were seeing that person every day. It was easy then. Like, you probably didn't have a job, and it was easy to, you know, keep, I'm going to see that friend Monday through Friday for the most part. So it's just like, it was easy then. Or when you have work friends too, you're seeing that person at work or whatever. So it was, yeah, work, school, those are like easy connections. But I know some people, they don't want to have work friends because it's just like, oh, they're just kind of there by default. They're friends that I want, but hey, I gotta take what I can get. Not saying that those are you know, bad or anything like that, but sometimes it's just not the same. Sometimes in those situations, it's just like, well, I gotta take what I can get. And I know other people are feeling like me, you know, it's difficult feel, or just like you feeling like you're putting yourself out there, but it's just like you're still not getting any. So sometimes I feel like, you know, is it me? Like, do people not like me? Or, because it's like, I'm on Bumble. I don't know if y'all have heard of Bumble. It's like a site where you can, or an app where, you know, it's kind of like Tinder, and you swipe for friends, which is weird because it's just like you're picking who you want to be friends with. And sometimes, like, it's just, what if you swipe on somebody who's supposed to be your friend? And I know it's just like whoever's meant for you, you know, they'll be there sooner or later. But it's just like, well, what if I'm swiping on somebody who, you know, I really am supposed to be friends with? And it's just like, you really don't know, because making friends in school, it was just like whoever you like connect with or naturally click with. Sometimes it's not who you're choosing. It's just like, you know, who y'all chose each other, if you know what I mean. Like, it just kind of happened. But on Bumble, it's just like, you know, let me try you out, let me try you out. And it's just like, it's so weird because like I said, it's just like almost like you're choosing the man in your life. You have to pretty much choose off of looks and what they say. So, and that's just weird. So it's just like, what if they aren't saying what would have made me swipe right on them, and this could have been my best friend ever. It's just like, it's just kind of hard to tell. And I've met quite a few girls off of there. Like, I've been on Bumble for maybe like, shoot, 4 years or so, like off and on, like not like I've just been on it the whole 5 years and nothing's happening. I'm just saying, like, I've been on it off and on for about 4 years. Like, I'll get on the app, then I'll get off, I'll get on the app, then I'll get off for, you know, months or however long at a time. And like I said, I've met quite a few girls, and if I had to guess, I've maybe met like probably 30 or so girls over there. Maybe more, I don't know, but I'll just estimate and say it's like 30. And it's just like, you know, sometimes we'll hang out for months at a time or however long, and then it always has just kind of fizzled. And I know some of that is because, like I said, people are married or work schedules and stuff like that. But at the same time, I just kind of feel like, you know, if you really want to make friends and you're on here to make friends, it's just like, why not put in the real effort to make friends? And I feel like some people on there, they just want a number, or you gotta fit like some kind of aesthetic or something like that. Oh, I want all pretty friends and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, yeah, you do want your friends to have a certain look, probably, yes, but I mean, you know what I mean? It's still just kind of weird, because it's just like, okay, like, I do, you know, the friends that I do make, I do want them to, you know, carry themselves in a certain type of way. Like, I don't know if, you know, it would be the best thing for me if I was to have like a goth friend or something like that, because that's just not me. So I do get things like that, just like look presentable, and, you know, just, it would be nice if, you know, we kind of matched. Like I said, I wouldn't have like a goth friend or something like that. So so I get that in a sense, and I am kind of like that too in a sense. But with that being said, and me meeting, you know, 20 or 30 people, I've decided to just, like, you know, be a little bit more open and be a little bit less picky, because like I said, at this point I'm starting to wonder, like is it me? Because I don't know. And I'm starting to think it is. Like, do they think I'm weird? Like, I know, like, when I first meet somebody, I can be like a little quiet, and, you know, I'm a little nervous because I'm just like a naturally like quiet and shy person. So, but I do try to I feel like I'm very good at keeping the conversation going or talking to people, because like I said, if I'm there and I'm trying to make friends, then I'm going to put in the effort to try to talk to you and keep the conversation going. So, and there's a few people that I've talked to, and, you know, they'll be like, you know, yeah, let's meet up again. And, you know, you'll have their phone number and be like, yeah, let's meet up here, blah, blah, blah. And then you never hear from them again. And it's just like, you know, you'll be like, okay, cool, yeah, that's good. Let me know, because like I said, I'm a pretty open person. So it's just like, if we're meeting up and you're meeting up with me, I mean, there must have been something kind of there. So it's just like, I'm going to put in the effort even more to, like, try to get to know you more, because I don't want to base, sorry if you see all that smoke, but I don't want to base what I may think of you just off of one time meeting you. Like, I really like to put in the effort. Just like if I was going on a date with a man, like, be like, okay, yeah, the first date went good. I think he seems nice, blah, 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 blah. Let me go out with him again. And then sometimes it takes you a few times going on that date to figure out, you know, if you really like that man or if you don't. So I don't like to base it off of just meeting them one time, unless you just kind of feel like, okay, if it was just like totally off and be like, I can to just like, if it's like that, then okay, I see that. But if it was just like, oh yeah, it went well, then it's just like, you know, and then it's just like, why even exchange phone? Give me your phone number. I had one girl that was just like, you know, I'll send you my number on the app. So I get on the app and I see she sent me her number. So I'm like, hey, I text her, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, she never said anything back. And it's just like, why? First of all, why even tell me you were going to send me your number? You didn't even have to say that. And then second of all, if you're even going to give me your number, you know, at least say something back, you know, at least one text. We don't have to go on and on and on, but I'm just more so on the fact of like, why'd you give me your number? Like, it wasn't me saying, hey, are you going to send me your number or we should keep talking? She just came out and said it on her own. I texted her and she never said anything. So like I said, at this point, I'm really wondering if it me? And it's just like, if it is me, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, or maybe I'm just kind of feeling like too, it's like, okay, maybe it's not you. Maybe you just haven't, you know, met your people yet. Maybe you're looking in the wrong places. So at that point, I was just like, okay, whatever. And then I started a meetup group. I don't know if y'all seen that app too. That's just an app where you can either start your own group or you can join somebody else's group, and it's just you know, just different stuff that might be going on. You know, it might be a group of girls going to brunch, or sometimes they'll go on trips, or just like, you know, different fun activities. Like beat the bomb, or, you know, just a picnic, just stuff like that. Just a different variety of stuff. So I did that and I started my own meetup group. I actually, before I started my own group, I went to, you know, I stepped out of the box, tried to stop being so shy, and I went to a meetup, and it was a speed friending, you know, like speed dating, like when you dating a man. This was like speed friending, where it was just a bunch of women there that was trying to make friends. So I actually went to that, and I met I met more than one person, but I really connected with one person, and, you know, we still kind of talk. She has been busy because she's been moving and stuff like that. And we've hung out maybe like 2-3 times or something like that. And she's really nice, but I wouldn't say like we're like friends or best of friends or something. Like, we're still at the point where we're still trying to get to know each other. And that's what I will say I do like about her, though, because it's just like, just because we haven't been hanging out like every or often at all, I will say, is just like she's still, you know, trying. It seems like she's still trying to get to know me. She'll contact me every once in a while and all that. We have plans to meet up again. We just haven't yet because, like I said, she was moving, and right now, of course, it is during the holidays. So yeah. I did meet one person, talked to a few girls, but like I said, she was the only one that I really connected with. So then after that, I started my own meetup group, and I called it the Friend Zone, where, you know, it was just, you know, the friend zone, like not the friend zone that you know, the man or a woman put each other in, just like a real friend zone, the zone where you can make friends. So I had the first one that I had was a dinner, And I brought the girls gift bags and stuff, and it was probably maybe supposed to be like 12 girls or somewhere around that were supposed to come. So of course I made a reservation at a restaurant. Get to the restaurant, and they had put tables together, you know, and I was just like, they put tables together for us to sit. So when I get there, there was one lady that had showed up before I did. And then after that, you know, 2 more people came. So then by that time, you know, they set us at this table for like 12 people or so, or something like that. So after some time passed, like we were the only ones who showed up. And if you know Meet Up, like, you can go on there, RSVP. If you're not going to be able to come anymore, you can just easily click that you're not going to be able to come anymore. So by that time and that night, it was still that all these people were going to be coming, but only 3 other ladies showed up. So it was like we were at this big table for however many people, 10 to 12 people, and it was only 4 of us sitting there. And I felt so bad because I was just like, I hope this didn't inconvenience the restaurant. I hope like they didn't hire or bring in extra staff, because they thought it was going to be, you know, a large group here today. So after some time had passed, they were just like, you know, I'm going to move y'all to another table. And I was just like, yeah, we can move to another table. But it was just like so embarrassing, because it's just like, you know, why couldn't y'all just say y'all weren't coming? So I think the next thing I had was something at like this loungy bar type place, this rooftop bar. And most of the girls that said they were gonna come. It was only 2 people that didn't show up, I think, that were supposed to come. Again, like I said, easily you can just go on there and remove your thing and say you ain't coming. So there's that. But like I said, that was a pretty good turnout. But even from the first one, I didn't make any friends, and from the second one, I didn't make any friends. And if you've been on, like I said, if you've been on Meetup before, you know you can if you felt like you had a connection with somebody, they have it like where you can like connect with that person some kind of way. You just get on there, it'll just pop up automatically on its own, I think. So I still didn't make any friends off of that, but I did meet some really nice people. Everybody was cool from both events, and you know, I didn't have any problems or any dislike towards anybody. I just didn't have any real connections, because if I did, they'd hopefully still be around today. But anyway, nothing came out of that. And then I had a few more events that I was supposed to have, but I started having the problem of people RSV or removing their RSVP at the last minute. So I was just like, I made up this policy for people to you know, if you don't remove your RSVP by so and so, I'm just gonna give it to somebody else, you know, off of that type thing. And you know, people after I start doing that, people would be removing their RSVP, but it would be like too late. Or I'll message them, I'll be like, hey, are you still gonna come? And it's just like the day before, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna be able to make it. So I'm just like, well, it's a little bit too late now. Like, why did you just find out now when I messaged you that you weren't gonna be able to come? But anyway, so that started happening a lot, where people were RSVPing or removing their RSVP at the last minute. So I was just like, you know, this just isn't working. So I just canceled or got rid of, deleted it, I guess that's what you call it, the whole Meetup group. So so yeah, that was that with the whole Meetup thing. And like I said, didn't meet any friends from that. Didn't meet any friends from Rumble. So that's even more of the reason why I'm just like, you know, is it me? Like, And I don't really think it is me, but you know, when stuff is constantly happening like that, you start to wonder stuff like that. Like, but it's more like it's not us. If anybody out there is feeling like I'm feeling, it's more the people that we're running into. We just haven't met the people that we are supposed to meet yet, and they just might not be on Meetup. They might not be on Bumble. They might just be at the grocery store one day, or at the gym one day, and they just might be out there in a situation where they are either feeling the same way, or you know, they're looking for you too, but God just like, this isn't the right time. He'll always know when the perfect time is for us to meet those people. And you know, he's an on-time God, like we say. So yeah, I just think we just have to be patient, and even though we want it now, he'll always bring them to us in the perfect time. But with that being said, it still hurts. Even like friends that I've had in the past, I don't know if anybody else feels like me too, but another thing, I've never felt like I've had like a true friend. I always kind of call myself nowadays like throwaway friend, meaning like, oh, we don't care if she's here or not. We don't care if we lose her. We don't care. Like, I feel like none of my friends have been like afraid to lose me. I've had a friend where I felt like when her other friends came around, it almost felt like when she was hanging out with another friend, I just kind of disappeared. And that didn't make me feel good. I had a friend who said to another friend, we're just gonna call her Nicole. So Nicole said to Brittany. So Nicole says, these aren't their names for real, because I don't want to put them out there in case they might be looking. But so Nicole says to Brittany, with me standing there, it was like me and Nicole standing there, and she says to Brittany, Nicole, you look better than us. And I was just like, and I just thought that was so mean, because it was just basically saying, Nicole or Brittany, you're prettier than me and Carlyn. And like, as a friend, like, why would you even say that? Like, that's so mean. It was just like, why did you feel like you had to put me in it? Like, if you think she looks better than us, you could have kept that to yourself and just said, yeah, that she looks better than you. It was just like, why you put me in it? As my friend, it was just like, I had introduced Nicole to Brittany, and then we all became friends. But for her to say, like, you look better than us, like, I just thought, as my friend, like, why would you say that? Like, that's so mean. Why would you say that? Like I said, why would you basically say you're prettier than us? Like, why give her a compliment to put me down? You know what I'm saying? So I've never felt like, even besides that situation, I've never felt like any of my friends were like afraid to lose me. Like, if the connection, you know, was to whatever happened, you didn't mind throwing me away. That's why I call myself the throwaway friend, because like, I've never felt like I've had a true, like a real true friend, like none of my life. And you know, it just makes me sad, because you know, like I said, I start to think, is it even meant for me? And sometimes I think, you know, like, maybe I'm just not meant to have friends. Maybe I'm just better off being, you know, not having any friends. And sometimes it does discourage me from even trying to make any, because like I said, like, maybe it's not it's not meant for me. And but I don't know, even though it's not meant for me, it's just like something still just tells me to keep trying. So I just think that was something telling me, you know, to keep trying, that maybe it is meant for me. And like I said, maybe they just haven't came around yet. Maybe they're in a friendship right now that they don't know is the best friendship for them, and they're just hanging on to that friend until, I don't know. Like, I don't know, I'm just making up something, but maybe they're just still in a situation to where they haven't realized yet that, hey, I need to try to be trying to find some new friends. So, and I don't think what I'm looking for in a friend is just like, you know, I want somebody that we have some things in common. It would be really nice if we had some things in common. I'm not trying to be like super picky or something, but if we don't have any things in common, then how are we really gonna connect? Because there was one person that I did meet off of Bumble, and we had like a ton of things in common. We were both Sagittariuses. My birthday was actually supposed to be the day that she was born on, but she was born 8 days late, so her birthday was December 18th, and we had the same favorite colors, which is pink and black. Both of our parents both passed away. We just had like a lot of things in common. We liked the same things. We were both really into candles, and it was just a lot of different things. And you know, that friendship just fizzled too. So that's another reason, like I said, why I think, you know, is it me? But which I don't think it is. So I like to have somebody, like, I'm not saying, oh, you gotta be a Sagittarius, oh, your favorite color gotta be pink and black, oh, you gotta be into candles. But if we had, you know, at least some things in common, you know, that we can connect on, that would be really nice. I don't think that's too much to ask. But yeah, just like simple things, like even maybe we just listen to the same music, or we like the same kind of food, or, you know, just something. Just something. It doesn't have to be a million things. It would just be something. You know, somebody I can laugh with. We can cry together, laugh together. You know, just like we just genuinely enjoy being in each other's presence. You know what I mean? Just like, you're not just hanging with them just because, oh, I just need something to do, or I want to get out the house. It's just like you genuinely just like hanging with this person. You don't know what it is, whether, you know, it's their laugh or whatever. You just genuinely enjoy being with them. You just know when you hang out with them, you're just gonna have a good time. And you know, that's what I'm looking for in a friend. You know, somebody who, you know, lifts me up, I lift them up. We just encourage each other. We can try new things together. It doesn't matter what we're gonna do. Like, you know, we're not limiting the friendship. Be like, oh, okay, because I had this one friend that I met off of another thing called Hey Vina, and it was just like, you know, I wanted to try this calligraphy class, and you know, it didn't really seem like that was her thing, but she was just like, hey, you know, I'm down to try it to see if, you know, if I might like it. And that's what I'm looking for too in a friend. It's just like, because that's how I am. It's just like, well, that might not be my thing, but you know I enjoy being in your presence, so I'll go. Or I've never really tried this before, so I don't want to turn it down just because I've never tried it before. You know what I mean? Just like people who aren't afraid to try new things or do something, you know, out of the ordinary. You know, you don't want to go out. Like, a friend to me isn't just like all we do is go out to eat at restaurants, like, or all we do is go to happy hour and smoke hookah all day. Like, that's not a friend to me. Like, or it could be a friend, you know, that specific friend, like, oh, I know this is my friend, I can call her for brunch, or I know this is my friend, I can go to, you know, smoke hookah. Like, yeah, those kind of friendships are good to have, but it's just like, I don't want that to be my only friendships. Like, I want friends that can, you know, come over to my house when I go to theirs, and just stuff like that. Like, I want them to really know me. I guess, like, I'm looking for a best friend, and I've never felt like I've had a true best friend in my life. Like I said, I've always felt like nobody was afraid to lose me, or like I was a throwaway friend. So yeah, I've never really had a true friend, but it would be nice to really see what true friendship feels like. And I know a lot of people out there have true friends, and friends like they, you know, can call for anything, and they've been their friend for a long time, or maybe even not a long time. But another thing too that scares me though about friendships though is just like, you know, you hear all these stuff with people who, you know, I don't even want to mention it on here, but just like friends that they've had for a long time, and they're just secretly jealous of them, or they secretly hate them, and they don't mind, you know, doing something with them, if you know what I mean. So those kind of things do kind of scare me. And that's another thing that, this looks terrible by the way, discouraging me on making friends. But I'm gonna pause the conversation right here, and let me just go ahead and finish my hair. Okay, so I went ahead and did my makeup. I didn't put on any lipstick yet though. I went ahead and put on my makeup because I'm running a little late. I need to be leaving like in the next 20 minutes, and you know, just that talk was kind of causing me to run a little bit behind. I was moving too slow, so I had to just kind of stop for a minute and just start speeding up. But that was pretty much the gist of the whole conversation that I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm just struggling with making friends, and I just hope and pray to find one someday, because like I said, I feel like I've never had a true friend. Life is better with friends, we all know this. But yeah, it would be nice to have just some good girl time in there every once in a while. But like I said, I'm hoping and praying, I'm manifesting, keeping hope alive that they will still come when they are supposed to. But to all of you that just feel the same way, I just want y'all to just don't give up, because you know, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And for it to happen, you just gotta keep hope alive. But like I said, I get it though, because I've been kind of like I've kind of given up sometimes. So but I'm trying not to. But y'all, I think I fixed my hair. Like I was telling y'all, it's a little bump right there from the roller, which I can probably get out right quick. That my flat iron heat up a little bit.